Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Today we have one of the strongest builds of the season here for the Necromancer and also overall. This is a new build, a Golem Necromancer, now possible thanks to this Gravebloom new Giga weapon that makes your Golem here, summon Golem, transform into 3 smaller goblins that do like Giga DPS. And this has been juiced even further in the recent campfire chat here, removing some of the requirements on things such as Hellbent Commander, further juicing this damage. This is, in my opinion, one of the top 3 best builds of the entire season of this new Giga weapon. We have the planners and we have some gameplay here. We're going to go over all of this here in this build guide. A true powerhouse, and Necro is eating good. There's also a Shadowblight Necro that is extremely powerful. However, since this Golem Necro is new and they are like kind of similar in power, I want to focus on this like summoner, like the true Necromancer class. This is also excellent for leveling, to level as a summoner with mages and then transition into a pure Golem summoner, such as this one here. I also have a non-Uber version here that you can very easily play if you're just starting out. And obviously we have the leveling version here for minions in general. But first of all, I want to show you some gameplay. This is from Runny L. This is a big Necro Blaster, and you can kind of see here how the end game looks in like very, very high tower. This was before they buffed it and before they rebalanced the tower. So they rebalanced the tower by about 10 pit tiers. They significantly reduced the boss HP, and you can see how this guy already melts everything here in a pit power 100. He just absolutely crushes it. And you can see he's basically able to spam his golem, move at max movement speed, make insane pulls here with the corpse tendrils, and just absolutely blast all this here with like the crazy cooldown resets. You see here like how fast he can just like spam this, and the crazy damage. He's doing like hundreds of billions of damage here for sure in this footage. And he's absolutely cleaning house, like doubling the time here in this snow map. And you can see how he controls the monsters. He has like a perma shield. He can't die. And yeah, he just completely melts all this. And this is one of the best boss killers as well. If you want to do like some T4 bosses, some Uber bosses, some layer bosses. This guy, if you want to kill the new Asmodon boss, like this guy is pretty insane for this, and also has like the very, very solid leveling here. And you can see this how instantly those cooldowns reset. And he's like, I think almost tripling the time here on this clear. And it's also like moving very, very quickly throughout the map, making these big pulls. And again, this footage, you're going to be significantly stronger than this. Like, it's actually insane. Like, this build is so good, man. I'm actually excited to play a Necromancer as well. Probably not as my starter class, but in general, guys, like, I really love the Bone Spear Necromancer and the Full Mendel Necromancer when Diablo 4 came out 2 years ago. And this build certainly looks super cool with those golems. You actively command them. You see this golem there? Like, he has like this crazy amount of golems, and they just go blast and they absolutely destroy everything. And you see the density here as well. I think like every time he casts the golem, you see the chunks that they lose. Hey, thank you so much for the support, man. Much appreciated. We're doing a video right now here for YouTube. Thank you very much, man. Face. So Necromancer is a powerhouse here. Even the goblins are no problem. Like, they are dying, they are melting. Very strong build. Let's talk about the setup here. I'm going to link all this below. So we're going to be focusing on the Uber version, but like I said, there's a non-Uber version here that works just as well. So we rock the new weapon here, the Gravebloom. This is what makes it all possible. It drops from the Beast in the Eyes. If you hover this, you can see like where it drops from. So you just kill a couple of times, Beast in the Eyes. Hey, thank you so much, man. And you're going to be rocking this like pretty comfortable here. Then you're rocking the hulking aspect here for big golem cooldown reduction and also extra corpses. We have the Blood Moon Breaches here for golem mastery. Very important. I guess we also want ideally to have the Hellbent Commander because that's the one that's just been activated to work with the golems, because you basically sacrifice, like, you know, all the other ones. You sacrifice your Reapers, and you sacrifice your mages, your warriors and your mages, and you keep the golem as the only one. So you really want this Hellbent Commander to work like just baseline when you only have golems. And that works here with the Blood Moon Breaches now. And then you're rocking Fist of Fate for big damage, Shroud of the False Death, and Air of Perdition. Again, if you don't have this, you can play Hardened Bones for some damage reduction. And I like the Might, like just some more damage reduction, basically. Because obviously you're going to miss some damage, but it's going to be very good, you know, because you can like keep your range and you're going to be very tanky, even without having any mythics. Then we rock Ahu Quax, Yal Wat here, because we need some way to curse. We use the Wat rune. We have the Curser skills, and the Wat rune is carrying here our Decrepify Curse. So we have another slot on the skill bar, basically. Then we're rocking the Fell Gluttony here for the Golem active. Also very important, you want Golem active cooldown. And ideally, in the end game, you also want to have the... Because you can now have a greater affix on your tempering. You also want to have the greater affix tempered, or I think you can even hit the greater affix instantly. Like the Golem cooldown is most important, so you definitely want to make sure that you have Golem cooldown. Then we have a Grim Feast here, a Great Feast here. We have Sacrificial Aspect, again, because we sacrifice everything but the Golems, and we constantly sacrifice the Golems basically as well by casting the active. And then here we have also like Reanimation for even more minion damage, and then Titan's Fall here as the tempering for some big multipliers. And then overall, guys, like here are the skills. Like, so we go over the skill tree here. Decompose, Reap, you just want these two for the Shadow Multiplier here for Reaper's Pursuit later on, because you get more damage and more movement speed for every Shadow skill that you have on your bar. So we just fill in some Shadow skills, and then we use Wat rune for the Curse. Hued Flash, then we have a bunch of like supporting multipliers here. We have the Bone Prism here with Giga Essence, and also like making vulnerable, and also making the enemies take extra damage, and you can spam this pretty much. The Decrepify is going to get spammed with the Wat rune. You have all the multipliers here from the curses, such as Amplify, Consecrated Blood, Reaper's Pursuit, the Corpse Tendrils here, pulling them together with some extra support here. And then obviously like Soul Rift here, giving you some pretty cool buffs, and then Karlan's Edict for the minion ultra juicing, and then you here have some more minion stuff, and just basically just a bunch of damage multipliers. Like, as this Necromancer is a pretty big powerhouse in that regard. Then again here, Sacrifice for crit chance, Sacrifice for vulnerable X, and then just a big Golem here, giving another 25x damage, 25 damage reduction and 50x damage here with the Blood Golem upgrade here. And basically, you use Corpse Tendrils to pull, you press Bone Prism, you press Soul of these, you don't have to press, they're just on the bar for the passive. And then you basically just keep spamming Golems, and with all the cooldown reduction, it's going to reset extremely fast. Paragon board looks like this here. We have Essence in the starter board. We rock the Cult Leader, obviously everything is a minion here. With Corporal, we rock Hulking Monstrosity, Giga Golem, Real Monstrosity, with Dead Razor, with Flesh Eater. Our Golem will like shed the corpses here with the hulking aspect, so that's gonna help a lot. Just basically a constant supply of fresh corpses. Then we have the Grape Kiefer here, also more corpse multipliers. And then last but not least, we're rocking the Golem, because this is the Golem build in combination here with Frailty. Again, we curse with our Wat rune. So that's pretty much the setup here, and even single target. Big shout out here to Rennie L. I'll link this in the sheet below as well. And I also have this embedded in the planner. That basically rocks here like pretty solid. And I think he was even able to like take down the boss here pretty easy as well. He like almost like 5-minute boss spawned this. And yeah, the boss is also going down. And keep in mind, this boss is going to have significantly less HP in the new patch. It's going to be nerfed by 10 tiers. And on top of this, it's going to lose 60%. But he still beat this. With pretty comfortable. And you can also play a different kind of version of this for leveling. So when you want to start out your season, I always pretty much recommended the minion Necromancer to level with. And now you can use this minion Necromancer and then transition into the Golem build that we have here. So you just start out easy peasy. Obviously you can't spam Golem early on, so we don't sacrifice everything. We still play with the mages. You focus on mages early on. And then once you find the weapon here, the Gravebloom from just Beast in the Eyes, you transition into this Golemancer, probably the non-Uber version here, and you're gonna have a great time here with the Necro. Again, we're still finalizing the tier list, but it definitely looks to be one of the top dogs. There's also an alternative you can play here with the Shadow Blight. It's a bit more tanky, But again, this is like kind of old meta. You can see here, this is the Tower 103. However, this one hasn't been buffed, just like the Golem Necromancer has been buffed. It's also pretty solid here, so if you just interested in Necromancer, I always recommend starting out with summons, then go into Golems, and if you still want to, you can try out this Shadow variant here with the Shadow Blight. It's also pretty cool. You're basically using your ultimate here, like you see the spamming, and the Necro just gets like crazy cooldown reduction. And it's also a pretty cool and pretty strong build. Overall, guys, Necromancer might be, you know, a class that's a little bit on the slower side of things. However, it really packs a punch and is arguably one of the highest DPS classes of entire Season 11. So I don't think you can go wrong with this. And I'm very happy to see and also excited to give the Necromancer a go again and to play it here quite a bit come Season 11. Hope you enjoyed, my friends. Check out the links in the description. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. GG. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.